Alrighty, hello guys, welcome you faces back to another video on my channel. Today we are back in Stormworks yet again, and weirdly, we're actually starting another series. This one is going to be kind of interesting. It's going to be designed around an American riverboat, but it's also going to be some sort of ferry and living area sort of vessel. I don't know how to explain what it is. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and start building it today. We're going to build the hull and possibly the engine room. We'll see what happens. Anyway, let's get straight to it. Okay, so first things first, we need to decide how wide we actually want this thing to be. And I'm going to go ahead and say that I want it to be, I don't know, let's go with 30 wide. How wide is that though? This is actually going to be 31 wide. Okay, we're going to go to 35? 38? No, 37? 39? 39 wide. That seems pretty good. And then how long do we want it? Quite long, I suppose. Alright, let's go ahead and check this really quickly. So if this is 39 blocks wide, let's go ahead and make it, I don't know, 139 blocks long. Is that crazy? That might be a bit crazy. So that's 100 on this side. And then we add 38 on this side. And there we go. That's how long this boat is going to be. I think that's fair. Sure. And now I suppose it's my time to try and figure out what I want the front of this thing to actually look like. And I have no idea. I don't know. So I want it to be wide enough to actually drive a vehicle on. So let's make it 1, 2, actually let's do 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is, how many blocks wide is that? 11. We're going to add another 2, and then we're going to make it go backwards from there. I think that makes sense. Okay, so let's go ahead and start out with one of these. We're then going to go straight into a few of these, probably about 3. We're then going to go back to one of these guys again. There we go. And then probably a bunch of these going backwards to here. I don't know, is that crazy? Is that a weird shape? That is a very strange shape. I think actually though, for the back of a boat, this does make sense, but for the front of a boat, this doesn't make sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste it and put it on the back. There we go. All right, merge this with this. Excellent. I do want it to be a little bit different on the front though, so let's try and do that next. Or we could just have it be the same on both ends, although that looks really weird. But is it? Maybe it's not weird. Alright, let's go ahead and delete all of these guys, and we'll actually just start adding a deck into this. So we'll do this guy to here. Obviously, this guy is going to go all the way down to there, and the back end is going to be built too, because we need it to be. So delete all of these, all the way through, and do this bit. Okay, so far, so good. Unfortunately though, the rear of the boat is going to be deleted, and you guys will notice what this is for eventually, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and delete that, kind of up to there-ish, like that. Looks a little bit strange, but don't worry about it just yet. Okay, so I'm going to start adding an extra layer down here below the deck, and then we'll actually start adding more layers below this, just to make the hull look nice, and I guess work nicely, and then we'll go from there. So just essentially, we're copying the same stuff that's along the top right now, and then it will change on the next line. At least I think it will anyway. So shove this guy into there like this. I'm actually going to delete both of these, shove that guy into there, and then I'm going to do this guy going this way like so. And we'll do it across here as well. Yes. Okay, looks a little bit weird so far, but don't worry about it. Okay, the next line is going to be like this. Don't worry about it again too much because it is going to change, but I'm going to do that like that for now. We are going to have to delete this guy, and I'm going to have to reattach it to there. We can then obviously send this across as well. Yes. Okay, merge both of these. That one and this one. Essentially, that's going to be the buffer around the outside of the boat. Alright guys, I've added an extra 2 layers to this. Let's go ahead and shove this across the front, and, sorry, the back, and this across the front. There we go. I'm also going to add that extra little bumper to the front as well, because I feel like I need to. So we'll shove that onto there. I guess the rear needs it too, maybe? Not really. Actually, I'm going to leave the rear as is. And I'm already going to actually change the color of the vessel. Only around the sides, because that's what we need to do. On the inside, I'm going to revert it back to white, at least for now, so that we can still see. It's not going to be grey once we do this, but you know what I mean. We need to be able to see now anyway, and then once we need to build things on the inside, we totally can. Okay, now it's time to actually build the underside. So we're going to start out with this, I believe. And actually, we will build it going this way. Yes, that makes the most sense, actually. I should have done that to begin with. We're going to shove that guy onto there. We're going to shove one of these guys onto here. And that bit is essentially going to be built in just like this. There we go. Same with this piece, straight across there. Okay, we're now going to have to add these guys onto there. Although actually we need the inverse ones. Yes, just like this. We can send that from there all the way down to the end. And that'll be great. So from here, all the way down to there. Delete the end piece and shove an angle piece all the way down the side to the front. Where we're going to attach all of the rest of this back together. Yes! Okay, that works. We then need one of these guys, and then we're going to need loads of 1x2s, which is fine, because we can. There we go. Shove those guys onto there. Again, we're going to need another one of these, so shove that onto there, and do this across the side. Aha! Okay, we're getting somewhere. This is awesome. I don't think I want it to be too deep, but I do think I'm going to go down one more time. Okay, there she is. It's a bit of a weird size, this, and honestly, I need it to be longer than this, mainly because it looks too weird. That's pretty much my reasoning. Now, you might be thinking it's sticking out of the water a bit much, but it is not sticking out of the water a bit much, because there is going to be a weirdly strange thing built on top of this, and at the back, I suppose, but it is going to be weighed down quite a bit. It is going to be designed to carry, like, cars and stuff, but there's only going to be a ramp at the front, so they're going to have to, like, reverse off, which is kind of bad, but it is what it is. Alright, I did say that we might get onto the engine room as well, so I'm going to go ahead and box this little area off right here. I think I will actually delete this to do so. That guy as well, and this guy. I need to fill that back in, that's fine, and then we need to paint this on the top. Bosh. So yeah, it might be a little bit weird to be doing that, but I just need to box it off. What I could have done actually is just done this and boxed it to here instead, which actually I'm going to do as well. So box that right there. Excellent. We've got a little bit of a boxed room. What I'm then going to do is actually add the engines. So I've typed in engine already. We're going to get ourselves a crankshaft, a 3x3. And I'm going to shove that here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 4-cylinder engines. I think that's fine. It's better than one 8-cylinder engine anyway. I mean, it's not, but you know what I mean. Maybe you don't. I don't know what I mean, so why would you know what I mean? Anyway, we'll shove those guys onto there like that. We're going to shove the clutch of it onto the back of here like this. And that's all good. Okay, we're then going to add ourselves some starters. So we'll add one there, one there. We're going to add 2 to the sides as well. One here and one here. And that's all good. Nice. We're then going to add fuel tanks. What else are we going to add? Air supply and exhaust. Although the exhaust is probably going to come out the front of the boat, which is a bit weird. I don't know. Okay, but now that we've actually built those, we can have that be a separate engine room to the rest of the vessel. So I'm going to do this, and actually I'm going to do this. There we go, so we can walk from here through into the engine room, which is huge. This is a massive engine room. Maybe I should make it a little bit smaller. I don't know. I kind of want to be able to get down here from the deck as well, because I think that'd be really cool. Anyway, gonna ignore that for now. Let's go back into this. I'm gonna grab this guy from here, all the way to the side, all the way to the front, and all the way to the other side, just like this. We're then gonna go to the bottom, which needs painting, and we're gonna cut it. I'm then gonna move it forwards. I don't know how many, but like, quite far, actually. We're gonna move it quite far forwards. To around there. Okay, let's do that. We're then going to essentially copy and paste this forwards a little bit so that we've got it all together, and that will be great. There we go. Merge this with this, this with this, this with this, and there we go. So, just to give you a hint as to what this is based off, there is a river right there, and our journey is going to go from down here at the fishing village, through the river, up to Holt Town. It's then going to go from Holt Town, back down the river, to the Frantic Lighthouse Island, and that is our journey. Don't know whether that helps you at all, but maybe it does. Who knows? Oh, and I'm also actually going to paint the deck in a rusty color that I normally paint the bottom of the boats. I say rusty, it's actually like a really dark red. I really like this color. But that's going to be the deck color on this thing, so it's going to be a little bit crazy. On the inside, I just need to make sure I've got everything painted right. I think I do. Oh, it's the bottom that I needed to paint. Yeah. Oh, and this piece. There we go. And do the bottom. There we go. Okay, cool. So, I'm actually going to leave this here for now. This is going to be the first episode in, I guess, kind of a short series. Don't know how long it's going to last for. And if you're wondering about the tank, I don't know how much I'm going to do with the tank. I do kind of want to test it, and I might add a little bit more to it. But yes, we're continuing with this build tomorrow. So, stay tuned. Goodbye.